Hi guys, Lindsay here with Storybook Family Farm. So as luck would have it, this week, actually this weekend, Tracy stayed home from the farmer's market in order to secure more hay for the wintertime for the goats, which we were really low on hay, so this was, much needed to do this. Her and Willie had actually planned on getting several truckloads of hay, so in that way we didn't have to worry about doing it for a while. Even hoping to try to get, the entire winter supply in the Shelter Logic shed tent thingy-majig that we used last year. So after doing the first load of hay, she was actually almost to the hay guy's house, and the transmission pretty much took a giant dump in our Ranger. So I'm not sure, it's been too rainy and dreary for me to really look at it, to mess with it. It could be just like a sensor issue, so I'm not 100% sure. The only reason I'm thinking that it might be a sensor issue, besides the fact that it's a 2003, is that when the transmission right before it started slipping really bad, the speedometer started going haywire and then quit working altogether before there was any sort of slipping or anything like that happening. So it could be some sort of sensor thing. I haven't had the chance to do much research on it, so I don't know yet. But since it's been really rainy and dreary out, we actually started working on doing more inside stuff. Well, I say we, but it was more of me yesterday. Yesterday we had planned on taking the day off and having a relaxing, easy, just chill day to recharge, and that's definitely not what happened. It's kind of like every time that we decide we're not going to do anything, then we end up doing a whole bunch. Those are our ultra productive days, are the days that we set out to not do anything. So yesterday, while Tracy was making a big old batch of pepper soup for us to can up, I actually started working on putting polyurethane on the feature wall. That's why the wood burner is not hooked up. So this wall here, I actually worked on building that it's kind of over the winter, but more so in the spring, whenever it was warm enough that I could, on certain days, I had a couple boards ready to go. The wood burner wasn't going, so I could just go up there and attach them in. And I've been meaning to put polyurethane on it since I did it. But it just kept being pushed off, and then got to the point where I was like, it'll get done when it gets done. As long as it gets done before it gets hot in here, that's all that matters, because I am not about to climb on the wood stove and use it as a step stool when there's a fire there. That's a very not fun idea, because some of the boards actually, when I put them up, the internal chimney was actually warm. So it was a little bit challenging, to say the least. But after I got that done yesterday, which you guys can see that it really has brought out the wood grains in here. So I just did one coat of polyurethane on the walls, and then on this mantle ledge piece here, which I'll show you over here, it's a little easier to see. I did do a second coat this morning, just because of the fact that we do usually set plants up there, and little knick-knacky things, just so that way it looks really neat, but I didn't want it to be that the moisture from the plants, if it got overwatered or anything of the sort like that, that it would seep through and ruin the wood, because, well, things like that have already happened. So after I got that done, I realized that it really does not look well with the wood grain paneling up there that we installed. So I was kind of brainstorming, and I remembered that we actually had another gallon jug of paint from when we did the kitchen. This is the After the Storm gray. That's what's on the wall there. I seen that we had a whole extra gallon of it, so I was like, you know what? Let's see how this looks, because it might look really good. It might not. We were kind of going back and forth on if we should do this gray or if we should use the that bluish color that's in the dining room. We really like this color, however, we do not like it for a dining room, so I'm not sure if we're going to end up painting the rest of the main living space that gray color there. That is to be determined by the boss when she gets home. So I got this whole wall here done. I do think that it makes it look a lot brighter in here than the darkness over there. So definitely let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. Hopefully I'll be able to get all this done today. Yesterday I also worked on doing the living room ceiling. So as you can see, there's no big gaping holes or anything, but right over in here, I'm going to have to do a whole bunch more work with the drywall mud and sanding it down to try to make it more smooth. So in that way, it's more of a smooth, even, I don't even know what to call it. More of a smooth and even surface before I put a textured ceiling on, which I'm kind of nervous to do because I've never done any texture before. Actually, pretty much everything with this living room has been a lot of stuff that I've not done before. Actually, come to think of it, most of the house project has been different things that I have not done before, of just really stepping out of my comfort zone in very big, far ways. But so far, so good. So far, it's all worked out. Nothing crazy's happened. Nobody's died yet, so we're good. But yeah, I'm going to try to get the rest of this painted, and hopefully it'll dry enough that I can get a second coat done up before Tracy gets home, because the fumes in here between the polyurethane and then the painting, and then yesterday I did a lot yesterday. I did the ceiling, painted the ceiling after I did some more sanding on it. Then I did the polyurethane on that. And then I also painted some of the floor in here because there was several spots where just from walking through the house, the original wood floors in this house are in really bad shape. So we are going to put LVP flooring down over top of it. But from us just natural walking through here, a whole bunch of the paint had worn away, and I didn't want, with it getting into wet seasons, that the dogs would have wet feet and then get the wood wet and just really mess things up. Plus my socks kept getting caught on it, so I was afraid that I'd get splinters. So painted some of that, so our living room smells very fumey. It's been a fun day to have windows open when it's raining all day, but it is what it is, so I can't complain too much. At least I get to work inside and I have electricity. So anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys.